too in high school, and he grew a lot when he went to Miami.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the berries were late bloomers, and yeah, I think that's part of the reason why all four of my brothers and I redshirted and just get physically stronger, ready to play at the college level.
Last thing about that, your dad will be around obviously for the game. Is he going to be stopping at home? Do you know? Is he going to be seeing everybody the all day long?
I'm not sure. I know he just got up here, I think, yesterday or today, so I'm not sure what his schedule is, but glad he's able to watch us play.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
When you left the college, obviously, to experience the SEC, to experience big-time basketball, I'm assuming this was kind of what was on your mind?
Yeah, it's been a blessing to have such a great season in Florida. When I transferred, obviously, it was part for basketball reasons and a lot for academic reasons. So to be able to get a great education in Florida and fulfill my goal of making the NCAA tournament and now making a run in the NCAA tournament has just been awesome.
How is nuclear physics or whatever you're doing there at Florida?
It's going well. Nuclear engineering is going well. Got a test Monday, so we'll see how that one goes. I'm more focused on the game right now.
What was it like watching the Cougars in their run this year?
Really happy for them. I think Coach Grant's done a great job with that program, and the future's so bright. Really happy for my team. I wish they could have beat Wilmington and made it to the conference tournament, but they had a great season, did well in the NIT, and I think things are looking great for Charleston basketball in the future.
For you to be here at the Garden, what does it mean on top of the NCAA tournament, but for the tournament Sweet 16 to be at the Garden?
It's great. Honestly, more importantly, it's just the Sweet 16. That's what we worked for all season. It's just making the NCAA tournament and trying to win one game at a time. So, just ready to play, and the fact that it's at the Garden and it's such a historic arena is just another benefit.
You talked a little bit about what this whole season has meant, not only being here, but playing in the SEC. After playing at a good level, but this is a big step up. Was it everything you thought it would be? This year?
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun playing in the SEC. Just playing in great arenas, big-time crowds, big-time atmospheres, and I think there's great players all over the country. Obviously, Charleston, we played the CAA, and it's a good league. There's a lot of teams in there that would shock people and could get some wins in the SEC. But just looking back, I think it's just been a blessing, and hopefully I got a couple more games in me too with the Gators.
How about the free throw? You probably get asked that a lot about that. How long have you been doing it that way? And obviously it feels comfortable to you.
I switched junior year in high school. Just kind of logic would dictate that if you had one of the greatest free throw shooters of all time as a personal free throw coach, you should give it a shot. Kind of fell in love with it. I like the science behind it. It's a more repeatable motion, and I just think it works better for me. So I can keep knocking them in.
Was he bugging you before you decided to switch?
Not really. I learned the form at a young age, but you kind of have to have big enough hands to have correct positioning on the ball. So junior year, I kind of decided to make the switch, try to get a couple years under my belt before college. And he supported me overhand, underhand. As long as you're making free throws, I think that's the most important thing.
What are you thinking next year, basketball-wise, school-wise, or whatever?
School-wise, I'm going to be at Florida if I don't have any other basketball options. Obviously, I'd love to continue playing as long as possible. I think if anyone's willing to pay you to play a game you love, that's a blessing. So, see what my options are after the season. But right now, we're just focused on trying to win this next game.
Do you have doubts that you'll get that chance?
No, I think I'll be able to play at the next level. Hopefully do well at the Portsmouth Invitational, and then see if I get any pre-draft workouts or summer league, and hopefully be able to go overseas if that doesn't work out.
How often have you played here? You guys played here in December, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you played here other than that?
Nope. I think that's definitely my only time. I'm not sure if any of the other guys have played here in past years, but
had you ever been here before?
I'd been to the Garden, but I never obviously played at. Been on the floor, played at the Garden, so that was a unique experience, and I'm glad we can come back.
Did your dad ever say anything about playing here? He had a great game here for the Nets once. They played a doubleheader.
Yeah, he played here a lot, and I think he always had great games at the Garden. He scored 50 a couple times here. I think he used to take it out on the Knicks because they didn't draft him first in the NBA draft, so he always liked to have good games here at the Garden against him.
57 was the second best. Did he bring that up at all this week or back in December when you played?
No, I've heard the stories. He just kind of had a little chip on his shoulder that they didn't think he was good enough to draft him. So came out and torched people here. But he's a great player, and just to be able to play here is a blessing.
How often have you gone back and watched highlights from some of those games he had? And some of the other
You know,
games?
not a lot. I've watched his championship series where he won the championship, and that's cool just to see kind of him in his younger days, and super excited about accomplishing the goal of every athlete has, is just winning championships. So.
Do you ever see any highlights of him when he played up here for the Nets? Because those are few and far between. Those
Yeah, I don't
clips.
think I've really seen any of the MSG highlights from him. So.
You get so many questions about him, but is it cool to be playing in the same venue where he had so many great moments and just kind of merging that history together?
Yeah, I'm more happy to be playing in the Sweet 16 than be playing at Madison Square Garden. But if you just combine the two, it's exciting. Really excited, and hopefully we can keep winning and have a couple more games here at the Garden.
Did your opinion of what SEC basketball was change from when you weren't in it and then when you got into the league? Did it change stuff?
Not really. I kind of had some premonitions going in about what it was going to be like, and most of those are pretty accurate, I think. It's just a faster tempo of pace, a little bit better athletes, I think, than the Colonial Athletic Association. But talent-wise, I think there's great players in every league. So, I think it took me a little while to adjust, coming back off injury and then readjusting to the faster speed of play. But
some of the perception is that it really took a step about halfway through the conference season, and really, some of the other teams improved. Could you kind of see that as you were going around the league?
I think the SEC has good teams. Obviously people this year kind of, I think, overlooked us. But if you look at our record in the tournament, just how well SEC teams have done this year, I think it speaks to the level of basketball in the SEC.
Kenny, a lot of big physical. This is going to be a bigger physical team that you're going to be facing compared to your first two. How much is everyone going to have to help out?
It's the time of year where everyone's needed every game. Obviously, John Doe being hurt for this one is a little more with their inside presence, but I know Kavarius and Justin are ready to play, and then obviously we've had great games from Gak, and I know Skylar's ready to play coming off the bench. So the key's just going to be everyone picking up the slack, locking in, and obviously guarding them defensively is going to be a challenge, but I think we're up to it.
The last couple of games, did you feel teams were keen on you at all, or you just weren't totally in the same rhythm you've been in at other points?
I don't think they're necessarily keying on me. I think Kayvon obviously missed a couple shots. I didn't shoot particularly well, but I felt like I wasn't 100% needed in those games. Everyone else was playing so well, so more than happy to kind of know your role, take a step back when other people are going. Get them shots, let them keep hitting. Justin had some great games. Devin played, I think, the best basketball he's played all year. So you never know when your night's going to be, though. I'm definitely ready to play. Excited for this game coming up, and who knows what's going to happen.
We asked you a few weeks ago, but at this point now, how do you look back on this 1 year at Florida and everything it's brought to you and what it's meant?
It just feels like it's flown by. Crazy thing, this is my last season playing college basketball. But I think it's just been a blessing to spend it at Florida and have such a great season, travel around the state, obviously the first part of it, and then get to see the new O-Dome open and kind of be a part of that experience. And just playing in front of the Rowdies and the Gainesville crowd has been phenomenal. And then obviously playing in huge arenas all over the country. Played at Madison Square Garden against Duke, played at Kentucky. So it's been a blessing. Excited to keep it rolling, and hopefully we can make this tournament run a little special.
Thanks a lot.